Hello there, a very good evening. Thank you for joining us. You're watching New Vision TV News. My name is Lynn Komjisha. Here's what's coming up in tonight's bulletin.
In our headlines today, caterpillars invade Busoga's staple food, the sweet potatoes, while 60 million litres water shortage hits Kampala. Basava Lava judgment postponed. In a special report, banks increase ATM withdrawal charges. And in sports, Police FC batters Express FC 6-1. These and more in a full bulletin.
Good evening once again. Thank you for joining us. We come to you from the New Vision newsroom. Now, caterpillars have raided sweet potato gardens in a bigger part of Luka district. Farmers are fearful that they could face hunger in the near future after caterpillars invaded their staple crop. Many farmers opted to plant sweet potatoes for household consumption, and they're saying they were first invaded by butterflies. George Bitter has this report from Luka district.
When New Vision TV visited farmlands in Bukoma, Ikumbia and the neighboring sub-counties, numerous mounds had dried up potato vines. A few still had traces of the offensive insects in the final stages of eating up the leaves. Dorothy Nabidye, a farmer in Butaswera village, Bukoma sub-county, said most female farmers are hesitant to go and weed their gardens. Nabidye said, "You see, women have that unexplained fear for caterpillars, so it makes it very difficult to get to such a garden, leaving most of them overgrown with weeds." According to Nabidye, even the sweet potato tubers end up affected with scaly brown sections, as well as appearing rotten when harvested. Benon Tibakula, the Bukoma LC3 chairperson, said most potato gardens now look like land left bare after a forest fire. Tibakula noted that these insects can really chew up the potato vines. Within no time after invasion of a garden, there would be no more green leaf in sight. Deon Pingwa, an agriculture extension worker in the area, said the type of caterpillar could be cabbage loopers that often attack potato leaves. He added, "These ones simply eat up the potato vines, causing drying. Since it is the leaves that make food for the plant, the entire crop plus roots wilt away." Ruth Abenacho, the Butaswera LC1 woman representative, said the caterpillars are so many that they are frustrating local interventions. She lamented, "Our worry as local leaders is that there is a looming food shortage in the area. Many people planted sugarcanes, which greatly reduced space for food crops, and now caterpillars are damaging the only such gardens." Tibakula observed that food scarcity would arise as nowadays families don't have granaries, and such potato gardens could serve as the natural stores. Story compiled by George Bitter for New Vision TV.
Kampala city has been hit by water shortage amounting to 60 million litres every day, according to Silva Mujisha, the Managing Director, National Water and Sewage Corporation. Gerald Tenywa compiled this report.
Mugisha said the water demand for Kampala is estimated at 300 million litres per day. The current supply is at 240 million litres. This means that there is a shortfall of 60 million litres of water in Kampala per day. The worst hit areas include Sonde, Chanja, and parts of Kawempe, where the pressure is very low and consequently receive less water compared to other parts in Kampala. Mugisha said this was part of the reason why a new water plant is being constructed at Katosi in Mukono, located east of Kampala. The water treatment plant at Katosi will be completed in March 2021, after which the problem of water shortage in Kampala will become history. He said, "We are working on a new plant at Katosi, which is going to be ready by March 2021, and it is going to cover the deficit for Kampala." The population of people living in Kampala is estimated at 2 million people, but the night population is about 1.35 million people. Mugisha was speaking during a press conference organized by the Water Institute at Bugolobi in Kampala. This was after the swearing in of 4 members of the Board of Trustees of the National Water and Sewerage Corporation. Mugisha said that the National Water is working towards achieving 100% water coverage for the urban populations across the country. He said they have so far covered the urban areas with piped water, estimated at 80%, and that the urban areas without water at 20%. He added that this is the priority which they are working round the clock to achieve. The Minister of Water and Environment, Sam Cheptoris, wants prepaid meters at all connections. It is good, but affordability is the problem, said Mugisha. The money we need to install prepaid meters is in trillions. Mugisha added, we have got technology that is cheaper, and we are in the process of getting local experts who can introduce to the institutions in order to see how it works out. Cheptoris wants National Water to provide a prepaid system for the urban poor, because the water vendors who access the piped water hike the prices, leading the urban poor to consume expensive water. Regarding corruption, retired Colonel Stephen Mwesige, who is one of the new board members, said National Water is one of those few institutions in Uganda that are corrupt-free. He also compared the way National Water vehicles are driven to the ones of Umeme. He said there is a difference. National Water Board comprises of 9 members. The old members are Engineer Dr. Christopher Ebal, Ruth Kanyaruju, Silva Mugisha, Edith Katete, Farida Mbabali Sara. Story compiled by Gerald Tenywa for New Vision TV.
Moving on, judgment in the Basava Lava and his 5 companies case has been postponed to 23rd January over allegations of getting money as compensation following the cancellation of contracts he made with Kampala City Council to own and manage Owino, Nakasero, Shauliako, Nakawa markets, including the development of City Square. Wilfred Sanya has the story.
Between October 2010 and April 2011, Basava Lava and his 5 companies, using guarantees issued by Bank of Uganda, obtained short-term credit loans of 238 billion shillings from Bank of Africa, Tropical Bank, and Bank of Baroda. They faulted on the loans. Bank of Uganda guaranteed the loans on grounds that government owed him money in compensation for losses incurred following the revocation of contracts. Basava Lava signed a contract with Kampala City Council to manage and develop Nakawa, Shauriyako, and Nachivubo markets and the Constitutional Square. Isaac Semakade, one of the legal counsels of the petitioners, said the long-awaited case that has been scheduled for judgment after 8 years was postponed for the 3rd time today. The case was handled by 5 judges, including Kenneth Kakuru, Geoffrey Chiawire, Elizabeth Musoke, Barishaki Chebron. This case will be back in court on 23rd January. The story was compiled by Wilfred Sanya for New Vision TV.
Now, detectives within the Kampala Metropolitan Police Region have fled their duty stations after a team of senior police officers went to their offices to inspect their work. Chris Chiwauro and Simon Musaba were there.
This comes after the Criminal Investigations Directorate leadership cracked a whip on detectives suspected to have dubiously lost sensitive case files, leading to the arrest of at least 40 investigators. A senior detective who is part of the inspection team told New Vision TV that it is true several officers have run away from their offices after they learned that we were going there and they could not be traced, but we shall get them. The officer said during the crackdown that is ongoing in the Kampala Metropolitan Police Region that they found out that many case files had for a long time been reported to have gone missing without a trace. He said, "We arrested some of the detectives after we discovered that they were conniving with suspects to hide files and kill cases." Kampala Metropolitan Police, which covers Kampala, Wakiso and parts of Mukono, Mpigi and Kayunga, has over 18 police stations and 150 police posts. Kampala Metropolitan Police has the biggest population countrywide, with over 1,000 cases reported at a single police station daily. This results in detectives handling more than the internationally recommended number of cases at a given time. According to UN standards, a detective is supposed to handle 12 cases per year. However, available data shows that a detective can handle up to 50 cases per year in Uganda. Preliminary investigations show that files that disappear most involve mostly capital offenses, with cases such as defilement, murder, kidnap, robbery, car thefts, land cases, rape, and gold deals. Suspects allegedly pay off dubious detectives for their freedom. New Vision TV has learned that the crackdown followed a directive from the CID chief, Grace Akulo. The CID spokesperson Charles Twine confirmed the arrest of the detectives, saying the crackdown will later spread to other parts of the country. CID has over 4,000 officers, according to Twine, he explained. Following a CID retreat at the headquarters in June last year, it was resolved that we must offer justice by providing quality and timely investigations. CID is a cutting edge of the Uganda police force. So to ensure that we offer quality and timely investigations, we had to train existing staff and carry out a comprehensive evaluation of their work. He said their boss, Akulo, set up inspection teams headed by senior officers who have already started their work at Kampala Metropolitan Police, with emphasis on case file management, exhibit management, human rights issues, and adherence to criminal investigations procedure. Without giving a specific number of those arrested, Twine confirmed that quite a good number of detectives were in detention over missing case files. President Yoweri Museveni has time and again condemned rogue elements within the police force, and he asked the police administration to clean up their house. They allegedly took part in extortion, robbery, concealing evidence, and fraud. The Police Standards Unit received complaints ranging from case file management, extortion, response to incidents, and irregular conduct in the areas of Chiboga, Natete, Mitiana, and the Savannah region, which comprises of Luwero, Nakasongola, and Nakaseke districts. This story was compiled by Chris Chiwaulo and Simon Masaba for New Vision TV.
We'll take a quick break and we'll be right back.